Wow, what's up? This is Platinum No Limit Rap Artist, Mr. Serv-On from the Historic No Limit Records, man. And I'm coming up next. Only Touch Greatness podcast, man. Trust me, if you're not touching this podcast, you're not touching greatness, bro.
Tell us about your childhood and how you first got going into the music. And
Man, for me, man, I was in the military and the Navy, and it surprises people when I say this. Some people catch it and they don't. I had a friend, Raul Benefield from New York, Branch River Projects out in New York. And he used to bring me to New York for the weekend. And, it really shaped a lot of me because I would freestyle up there, right? And New York dudes would be like, man, you're nice, but where you from? I'll say New Orleans. They'll say no, they're Mardi Gras. And I get mad. And I remember telling them one time, I said, I'll be back. I promise you, I'll be back. Y'all will see. Yeah, I'll be back. And, that was something that motivated me. So while I was in Virginia, a friend of mine's, Corey Dutton from Louisville, went in the studio. And I really wanted to go because I used to be in the inside the ship freestyling and rapping. And so he would never, that's still my bro, but he would never put me on a song or whatever would not, right? And at the same time, when I would go to them studios, man, I would see the Treaches by Naughty by Nature in there. And it was funny for me because on my wall growing up, you know, over my bed, I had pictures of certain rappers I always wanted to be like. And I said, one day they'll know my name. One day I will meet them and they'll know my name. So I met Treach back then. I met Treach with Jay-Z, was with, Hawaiian Sophie and things like that. And I tell people when they think if Jay really lived what he rapped, we know mutual people. You know what I'm saying? So he actually lived the way he rapped, the stuff he talked about. So I remember him down there, man. And so it was a certain rapper in New York. I signed the NDA, but I still can't say anything. But he was on MCA Records. And when I would go backwards and forward, he was friends with my homie, Rock Benefield. And on his hit album, I actually wrote one of the songs. And that was my first introduction to business. You know what I'm saying? Music business, because I got like $500 and I didn't sign no paperwork, no publishing, nothing. And that song was a big, big song. And a lot of people don't know that I wrote it, somebody from the South. And so, so once I got to put out the Navy for drug distribution and, went to the university in Leavenworth, Kansas, for a little stint. And then they sent me home, shackled up. My mom picked me up from the airport. And once I got home, man, it was like the crazy part about it is I wanted to give her basically Cash Money because, Brian, baby from Cash Money, I grew up with him. We played youth basketball, football together. But, people don't know about, baby from Cash Money. He played the one and the two on the basketball team. He was a hell of a dog. I mean, a dog on the basketball team.
No shit, Birdman?
Oh, crazy, man.
Really?
Yeah. He was a dog on the baseball field. He played shortstop, was a beast. Football, he'll knock you, he knocks snot out your nose. He was a hell of an athlete, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to get with them because my homies, UNLV, my little bros are from under me up 6 and B. You know what I'm saying? They was some of the first artists on Cash Money. And
Right.
so when I came home, my rap style, New Orleans was doing a lot of bouncing. So my rap style was real up tempo and more speed rapping, you know what I'm saying? Tongue twisting. So they didn't really feel that, as far as New Orleans people.
Right.
And I ended up meeting my idol, one of my New Orleans idols, from 39 Prophecy, MC Dort, and kind of tricked me. He wanted to ride home, really wanted to ride home. And he's like, I'm going to bring you to meet KLC. And I was like, KLC from, 39 Posse, whatever. He's like, yeah. So when they got there, he just left. He just needed a ride home. But that was he pulled something like crazy, not in a bad way, man. It was no problem, but it was the best thing that ever happened in my life because he left me in the studio with KLC. And KL really didn't talk, so he turned around. And mind you, I'm still half and half in the streets and the school because I'm going to play basketball at Southern University of New Orleans. And I got money in my pocket, jewelry on and all that. And he turned around and said, rap for me. So he said, rap 16 bars. So I was rapping, right? he stopped me and said, man, you can't rap. So I just looked at him, like, really looked at him as like saying to myself, like, I'll buy this motherfucker life. You don't know who you're playing with. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm just gonna walk out. It was good meeting him. He was like, what I'm saying to you is, I told you rap 16 bars. You rap about 60 of them. I'm like, what's bars? He was like, you don't even know what bars are.